built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the New York Jets and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Dean Lowry. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
And that's the first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. Rodgers now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
One more time with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, as they've got it with a first and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And complete once again to Watson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packers had a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
The general manager of the New York Jets continues to make investments in the receiver room in this draft. 10th overall pick. They invested again, this time with Garrett Wilson out of Ohio State. Great speed, outstanding body control, really goes up and snatches the ball out of the air. Everything that you're looking for in a WR1. He gets the first down right there.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one
before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On third down, Wilson. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers going to throw.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right.
Up the middle, Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Rodgers.
That's taken in by Watson. He'll get it inside the 20.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14. An inside give to Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Here's Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man. Complete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On play action. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
They find some open field here. And he makes it all the way down to the 19.
74 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one, and this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there. On first down, right back to Hall.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 17, Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him.
And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it, because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down.
He'll complete this one to Watson.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter.
Rodgers now on first down.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, a give to Jones.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down.
Completed out left to Dobbs.
But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know.
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Tackle by Ashton Davis up from the secondary. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now at Lambeau. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. Second down and 12 at the 19-yard line. Again, it's Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The give is to Jones.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
42 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a draw play. This is Jones. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers.
That's complete to Dobbs.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Step, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Rodgers now to throw. This is Lazard with a catch out left.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On play action. Rodgers. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Alan Lazard, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Packers have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Wilson. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Throwing now is Wilson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Rodgers to throw. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Now Crosby for the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
One last shot for Wilson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for the Packers, they remain as hot as anyone. 6-0 now through the first month and a half.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. 10.